People are trying to portray an image because they don't know who they are or who they want to be. Imagine that. I think that's very sad. Top of the day. Top of the day. It's your boy Snaxx. Go ahead, right? You know what it is. Grab yourself a snack. Grab yourself a drink. Cause we about to critically think on this new episode of Snack Time. How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well. I hope you miss seeing my face as much as I miss sitting in front of this camera today. I know when you tuned into the video, you see the flow, you seen the new backdrop, you see the new surroundings, right? Well, school is out. Y'all, listen, school is out. We're done with it. For me, for this semester, or I'm done with it. I don't know if y'all are done with it. Hopefully y'all are. And if you're in high school listening to this, you're probably definitely not done with it. But it's okay. Not today, it was yesterday. Yesterday was the final day of my junior year. You feel me, you feel me, you feel me. Give yourself a round of applause, Snaxx, pat on the back. You did your thing. So, inshallah, I have one more year until I officially finish my degree, my bachelor's degree, and I get my bachelor's in psychology. And I get to tell y'all what it is and what it's not, so y'all can, you know what I'm saying, listen to me. That's really what it is. So I think, right, very side note, that people, I still do. I have a group chat, text like one of the homies and stuff, and we always said that, man, people can't tell us nothing. You feel me? People not be able to tell us nothing when we get our degrees. You feel me? In our arguments, we're gonna be like, man, what you talking about? You got a degree in this? No? Well, shut up. You feel me? Like, it's really on that type of time for real, where I'm like, bro, I'm finna get it in, and I know what I'm talking about. And that's just how our society is, though. You feel me? Where, like, you need a certification to have your opinion validated. And I disagree with that to an extent, right? Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you should just take advice from anybody and everybody if you don't understand it, but just because one person doesn't have a certain validation or credibility, right? A doctor in front of their names, or they don't have a some type of certificate. You feel me? If they ain't got XYZ things, then you're not gonna listen to them. You're just gonna avoid what they're saying because they don't know what they're talking about. When there are a lot of people that know a lot about different things that don't have no specification, no qualification, no certificate, no nothing to their name, but they're very knowledgeable on the topic. You feel me? So that's kind of where my head be at. So I know, like, sometimes y'all be listening to me and y'all like, man, what is this dude talking about? Especially with our topics today. You feel me? But we're gonna get into that a little bit later on in the episode. But people will look at it and be like, oh, who are you? You don't really know much. Like, why should I be listening to you? And hey, your choice. You feel me? If you don't want to listen to me, don't worry about it. You feel me? That doesn't matter to me. Click off the video and I don't know nothing. But if you do listen to me or listen to some of the things that I gotta say, thank you, because I want y'all to know for real that I always have the best intentions of y'all when I speak, right? Because I consider y'all a family in a sense. Everybody's watching me, right? I think I get consistently around like 20, 30 viewers, right? On a consistent basis. And I salute to y'all, whoever the 20 is, because obviously I can't see such and such viewed the video, but I am able to, you know, see the view, see the consistency of it, right? Some episodes do better than others, but I consistently get around, like I said, 20 to 30 viewers. And if you are one of those 20 to 30 people, then from the bottom of my heart, truly, 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 thank you. I appreciate it. You feel me? You've done so much for me. That means a lot to me for real. And just know more content, more episode, and just better, I would say, better content, better episode, and just so much growth. I always talk about that. All right. Now, for the question about the backdrop and where I'm back at the crib. If you didn't know, you feel me? Now you know, you feel me? I'm back at the crib. This is my whole room. And it's lit over here, y'all. I can't even fake it. At my old crib, I didn't have this much space. I'll keep it a bean. If we was at my old crib, old room, this would not be possible. This setup, like the setup I have, obviously y'all can't see. I did a really good job at it. A pretty good job at it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of move things around, but I really had to move too much, right? I was able to just be my, not really be, I was going to say be myself. I was able to just move things around. Only thing I did move was this chair, and I probably moved like one more thing, but everything else is the same. You feel me? Nothing changed. And I salute to that. And that's just a shout out to my Dukes for that one. Just by, excuse me, just by leveling us up, right? She always made sure that we didn't want for nothing. And she always made sure that she wanted the best for us. You know what I'm saying? And like, wow, man, I can go on about my Dukes, but really salute to her for being able, for making this possible, right? That's just the truth behind it, the room and everything. But that's enough about everything else. I know what you came here for was the topic of today. And so the topic today, I had to pause for real because it's not controversial, but the way it comes out, people may feel a certain way about it. But we were talking about just, it's okay to be by yourself. Being alone is a good thing, right? To an extent, and we'll dive into it. So I know that the misconception of being alone or is a scary thing, right? People say being alone is scary. It's not fun, because when you're sitting down with your thoughts, right? You're sitting down with your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, and you're just by yourself. You have to really attack those things. You feel me? And it's a whole lot that go into that. And a lot of people want to avoid that type of topic. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm trying to shed light onto something. Please excuse me. Ooh, had to get up for this one. I want to shed light on a topic that has been avoided for so long. People want to say that you being alone is bad. You know what I'm saying? They like, I'll go out, you know what I'm saying, be with friends, be with people, be around people. And that's cool, but there's a point in time in your life when you're going to have to be alone. You're going to have to be by yourself. You're going to have to sit down. You're going to have to chill. You got to really understand oneself. And that's all comes from with being alone. You know what I'm saying? So what is being alone, or like, what do you mean by that? And how does one become alone? Not even how do you become alone? That's so what's the term I'm looking for? That's so generic, right? What I'm here to really tell y'all is that there's beauty in being by yourself. There's so much growth that happens when one is alone, when one's back against the wall. I heard a Kevin Gates song when I was working out, and I put my roommate on it, right? And it was You're Supposed to Shine. If y'all want to do that, it's literally the little you, like you supposed to shine. But one of the verses he said, like, when he was like, when you grind out and you committed, you're supposed to reap the benefits. And he said, if you answer when your number's called, and when you dedicate and give your all, and when your back's against the wall, you're supposed to shine, right? And the whole point of it is to show that regardless, like when you're in a certain predicament, you're supposed to shine in this environment. When you have no other choice but to succeed, that you're supposed to shine. You're supposed to succeed, right? When there's no other option. And I feel like being alone, you get to understand yourself, because one, being by yourself, and when you're alone, you start to understand what your mind, like, oh my goodness, your mind begins to wander and drift. That's why some people like meditation. When you're just sitting there and you're breathing, and you have these random thoughts come in your head, and you're like, where did this come from? Like, I don't think that, or I don't feel that way. What if this, it gets wicked, y'all. It gets wicked. It gets kind of scary. And I can understand the fear behind it, or I could understand it, but not to just say you're supposed to act upon it. That's why I tell people, you feel me, it's okay to have emotions, but it's a difference between having emotion and acting upon your emotion. Those are two different things. And man, cause let me even touch on that. People feel like for you to be in tune with your emotions, you must be showing those emotions, and you must act upon these emotions, and that's just not the case. In my personal opinion, my personal preference, I feel like the true nature of being in tune emotionally is to understand how you're feeling and understand how you're supposed to react off of that feeling, right? Not just saying, I'm mad, so I'm gonna go punch this next dude, or I'm mad, so I'm gonna be negative to somebody else, or I'm sad, so I'm going to, you feel me, disregard myself and my health, or you know what I'm saying? I'm super happy, so I'm gonna brag about it. Like, there's so many different ways that you can feel your emotions, but act a totally different way. Because in this society, that's what it comes down to. You're gonna have to be able to understand your emotions and understand when is the best time or the best scenario to act upon them, and how to act upon them, and all that. But those things come from, first off, for you to understand your emotion. To understand that, you have to understand where they're coming from, right? And again, that's the beauty when it comes about being alone. When you're alone and you're sitting in your room, like for me, for example, right, for my own personal preference, I sat down. This is a true, like, man, true story for y'all. So I sat down one day, and I was in this room, actually. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you can't. I tried to point to the bed over here, like I was right there. But man, I was in this room, and I had a lot of. It sounds so dramatic when people say dark times, because they like, oh man, I had that. So I don't want to use the term dark times, but I had real conversations with myself, right? Rich, man, what are you trying to do in life? Rich, what's wrong with you? You feel me? Like, on this phone that I'm recording on right now, you feel me? I legit have voice recordings of me talking to myself that I go back to listen to remind myself where I was at mentally. Cause I was in a messed up place for real. I was, y'all, like, the person you're seeing today was not the person I was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago. Like, I grow every single day. You feel me? But my growth, not saying your growth only comes from being alone, but my growth, majority of it came from me being alone, right? I grew with other people. Obviously, there's other people in your life, and they motivate you in different ways. You may have a friend over here that's a workout buddy, like my personal trainer. Shout out Jan. You feel me? About to point to the chest. I thought I had the TTF on, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that dynamic, me and him together, I get my fitness right, I get to eating right, you feel me, woo. I go hang out with the other homie, you feel me, I can grow a little bit more on my childish side, you know what I'm saying, be in tune with my inner kid, you know what I'm saying. If I'm with my cousin, I grow more mentally and spiritually, you feel me. So with different people, obviously you grow, but a lot of the growth comes from being alone, being by yourself, because when you're alone and you're by yourself, you get to understand, again, your likes and your dislikes. You feel me? What are your ticks? What are your pet peeves? What are your man, what are your triggers? You feel me? And then again, as I talked about in my last podcast, you find out your purpose as well. Like, you get to figure out all these things because you're sitting there by yourself, no distraction, right? I'm not saying, and that's so much. It's weird to me. I ain't gonna fake it, y'all. I think it's weird when people go out on social media and they post, like, you know how they got on Snap, and I never really seen it on Twitter. I'm gonna be real, but haven't had Twitter in a year. Haven't got on that, so I really don't know. Same thing with Snap. I haven't got no Snap in about a year. Yeah, I think I haven't been on a lot of things for about a year. Dang, that is crazy. I used to have like a 600-day streak, y'all. It was tough, me getting up that. But I think it's weird, me personally, that if somebody was to go on their Snapchat, post a picture of a dark screen and say, "Hey man, don't hit me up. I'm leaving." You feel me? I'm done. You feel me? Because I feel like you're doing it for views and you're not really serious about it. You feel me? And that's just how I feel. Because I feel like if you're serious about your growth and your health, like, you're not posting none of that. And you hear a lot of people say that, especially like athletes. If you're an athlete and you see your athlete, they always say, "Oh man, don't post your workout," because you see, y'all know the guy. I bet y'all know somebody. You feel me? And the females too. You know what I'm saying? I bet y'all know my fault. I bet y'all know a shawty right now that be talking big game and then be trying to, you know what I'm saying, walk the walk. And for us as men and women athletes as well, you definitely saw it too. But us as athletes, from the athlete point of view, you feel me? A lot of people be posting their workout, the little footwork, you know what I'm saying, footwork drill, looking cute, you know what I'm saying, little catches, you know what I'm saying, the sweat, you know what I'm saying, a little caption, y'all ain't working like me, y'all ain't doing me, y'all not, and they poop. And they trash, y'all, and they poop. But that's neither here nor there. That's just to show that people will post, and it's just for clout, just for views, it's just for people to kind of, they want people to be sucked into there. So me, like, when I left Snap, I left. Like, there was no hit me up on my phone line, here's my number, or text me on here to get my number. Man, I left. I left Snap alone. I didn't really care no more, because I understood there was something deeper inside of me that I had to understand. I had to get myself right. Same thing with Twitter. I didn't tell folks I'm getting off Twitter. Like I said, I don't think Twitter was one of those main things. I never really seen people say, I'm leaving Twitter. That's kind of weird. I don't know. That just sounds weird. Yeah, it's just, I'm leaving Twitter. But that's what I'm saying though, right? I left for myself, to get myself right, to gain that own personal growth. And that's where it came from, me being alone. I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell people I'm growing. I didn't tell people I'm focusing on myself. I just focused on myself. And people naturally saw it. When some people that were in my life, when they stopped getting hit up, they stopped getting, well, one, I never did hit me up. I'll be real with you. I came to gas it, like, people that I didn't want in my life ever hit me up. And that's like a natural thing too. When you're by yourself, you start to focus on yourself. You start to focus on your own worth. Man, you get to really start seeing the picture, like the big picture, y'all. And a lot of people that's in your life, how they say seasonal, man, they're not even seasonal. Like, they're legit there only because you're there. Like, you put in the energy and the effort, so they reciprocate that. But once you cut it off, right? Once you stop doing what you're doing, then they're gonna stop doing it, because they're only feeding off what you were doing, y'all. Like, y'all gotta be understanding it. But this came from being alone, right, y'all? Like, I'm being so for real. And I sat here multiple times, multiple nights, right? This is not just one night, and I just had this whole conundrum, and I was like, oh yeah, I got all the answers. I got it. I got them. No, it wasn't like that. Legit, it was multiple nights, multiple days, weeks, you feel me, months. You feel me? You can ask my shawty. I really love being by myself. I love being alone. It's peaceful here. If there was one thing I could sell to y'all, right, about being alone, or at least taking that step to being alone and understanding oneself, besides just the aspect of how much you can grow, is the peacefulness that comes from it. Like, y'all, it's so peaceful when you're just here. Like, you just in your own lane, you just vibing out. Like, there's nobody there. There's nobody else in your lane. You feel me? There's nobody else here. I just saw Keith Lee say that in a video. I'm pretty sure, I'll be looking at the food reviews, you feel me? But Keith Lee said that in one of his videos. He was like, man, if it's only you in the lane, there's no traffic there. There's no other bump, and there's no competition. It's you. You feel me? It's so many different people. Lil Baby said the same thing. He was like, oh man, I just had the quote. He was like, I look in the competition, all I see is me, or I look in the, oh man, that's gonna bother me, y'all. Y'all know what, I feel like that's gonna bother me. What the heck did he say? He was like, oh, the revenue coming in, he said, I don't see nobody but me who I'm gonna lose to. Had to go through the whole verse in my head. I knew it was somewhere. But I say that, right, y'all, because again, it's a different sight. It's a different type of peacefulness. It's a different type of Ooh, joy. Alright, man. Joy, y'all. There's so much joy within this. There's so much love within this. There's so much growth within this. I can't, I wish I could really explain to y'all in so much detail of what it truly is that's behind it, right? And my own personal thing. Like I said, y'all, I was in a very, very, very let's say a bad place. I don't want to say dark. I don't want to say terrible or to gas it up, but I wasn't right mentally. I was upset about everything else, and I started to sit down with myself and I started to say, okay, well, what's upsetting you? And these are habits that I do now. You feel me? If I get into a disagreement with somebody or if I get upset, I'm like, bro, what happened? What made you upset? Okay, cool. And I'm big on that now. I give it up to Allah. You feel me? I give it up to God, and I'm like, hey, you feel me? Let's just talk. And then I'm like, okay, well, what did I do? How can I do it? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Okay, can I have done this different? Could I have done that different? Could I have, you know what I'm saying, grew here? Could I have, changed the wording here? Like, I'm so critical of myself because I'm always by myself, and it gives me a chance to reflect. Because if you're always around people, right? And that's why I push it so much. Because when you don't know who you are, right, and you're afraid to be alone, you begin to follow the crowd, and then that's where real peer pressure, and then people start being goofies and dummies and followers and bots. That's where it comes from. They don't know who they are, and they're trying to portray an image, and they're trying to let me talk to y'all for real. People are trying to portray an image because they don't know who they are or who they want to be. Imagine that. I think that's very sad. And I'm not knocking nobody. Let me tell y'all that. You feel me? Because I hope everybody that's listening to this will hear this, take this, and use it as motivation to say, man, I gotta go figure out myself. But that's something that's serious, y'all. Like, dead ass. You feel me? Like, that is. I hope y'all can understand that, because if you become a follower and you're just following anything else, especially you're just following these new trends with these fake role models and these fake celebrities and these fake influencers, and man, y'all following them, y'all are gonna be, I don't want to speak that into existence, but it's not gonna end the best, because you're never gonna be satisfied. You're trying to fill a void that you don't even know what needs to be filled. You don't know where the void is. You just got a void somewhere. You know you're not feeling complete. So what do? You're like, I'm gonna go ahead and I seen old dude, he done popped a perk, so I think I'm gonna pop a perk. You feel me? He seemed like he living life. He pretty fun. Shawty over here, she don't know that's going on. I think I'm gonna go drink with them, drink some bottomless mimosas. You feel me? Day drinking. You know what I'm saying? Buddy bro over here, I think I'm gonna smoke with him. You feel me? I think I'm gonna go do that because, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think I can live life. And then, there's coke here. I think I may do some coke. Like, you feel me? Like, this is what goes on in it. Ooh, yeah. This is what goes on in people's minds for real, because they're so lost in this dunya. They lost and they don't understand how to be found. Ooh, talk to him. Bro, they lost and they don't know how to be found, y'all. It's just the truth behind it. And it's sad to say, it's a scary sight when you don't know yourself, because you would never know your true purpose. You would never know how powerful you are. Like, I tell y'all that every time, you feel me? Or that, man, y'all are powerful. Y'all are powerful people. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are way, like, your mind, your words, your energy. Like, these are important things that people may call you a kook. You feel me? I was about to say a klutz. Oh man, but people will call you a kook. You feel me? Like, you kind of crazy. You believe in energy, like you believe in, you know what I'm saying, all these other things, and you not really. Man, I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm telling y'all, it's what it is. But once I coming back, cause boy, I was on a rant for real. That really had me tight. Cause that's what I'm saying to y'all, bro. Like, look at me when I'm talking to you. You feel me? Nah. But for real though, y'all, like, really listen to me. being alone is okay. If there's a time and point in your life when you're by yourself, there's nothing else, you feel me, that you have, and you don't, and you're lost and you're confused, man, take time to be by yourself. You feel me? Take that time for yourself. And what do you like? What do you not like? You feel me? Who are you? Answer those questions. Look in the mirror, answer those questions, be real with yourself. And then really tell me what it is and what it's not. You feel what I'm saying? I get a lot of questions, right? A lot of people ask me, how did I become this person? And what made me change? And the honest truth to what made me want to change is because I hated myself. I didn't love myself at all. And I realized that I was doing things that didn't make me happy, but I was doing it because other people were happy. I was a people pleaser. And that was it was a scary time in my life. It was a bad time. Just because when you're a people pleaser, you'll do anything, like anything, just for recognition, just for some love. And that's because you didn't love yourself. And that's why I took that time to be alone, to understand how to love myself, love everything about me. You feel me? Love the imperfection person that I am. Not be complacent with the flaws, but love them. It sounds crazy. I love my flaws. Because eventually I'm going to grow in there. I'm going to find new flaws. And I'm going to love them. Because that means I'm growing every single time. As long as I'm not making the same mistake, as long as I don't have the same flaw that I've been struggling with, I want to keep growing. And sometimes some of these flaws are just, it's tough to get out of. But when I tell y'all that it's a beautiful thing, when you just keep working, keep going, and only judge yourself off of yourself, not off of anybody else. You feel me? When you get into, because like I said, it gets scary in that point in time. Because when you get lost in thoughts, you get lost in your own brain, you really start to, oh, what's going on? Like, you just get tense. You know what I'm saying? You start to think you hearing voices. You just think you tricking yourself out of it. And it gets very messed up. But you take that time to fight those things. Like I said, I'm still battling now. You feel me? It be times where I be praying and a thought just come through my head and I'm like for real, y'all, like it's serious. Like I still battle with things. But the only difference between me and other people is that I acknowledge the flaws, I acknowledge what's going on, and I put forth actions, or I come up with a plan to how to do it. Now, y'all definitely can't see it, but behind this beautiful poster here, I have my goals, right? And just what I want to hit for the day, for the month, for the year, and for my life. And I look at that every day, like, okay, how can I do this? How can I do that? Okay, cool. And then I work on myself. Affirmations. Hey, how can I, okay, you X, Y, Z. And I put stuff on my affirmations that I'm not, just so I can speak it into existence, so I can understand how can I become it. That's where being alone comes in. I'm not trying to force it. I'm not trying to break up no relationships. I'm not trying to tell y'all to say F everybody in your house and go on a Aaron Rodgers 4-day dark retreat. You feel me? You ain't got to go so extreme with it, but let's start off with something. Let's start off with 18 minutes. Because there's something called the 100-hour rule I just heard about. And they said 18 minutes a day equivalents to 100 hours. I want to do that math because I've been bad at math lately. I'll do it later. But 18 minutes a day, and if you do that every day for a whole year, so 18 times 365, it equals 100 hours. And they said that off of that alone, you'll be better than 95% of people at whatever skill you dedicated for 18 minutes. So for 18 minutes a day, y'all, this is what I challenge y'all with. This is what I'll leave y'all off with. For 18 minutes a day, take time to be by yourself. Meditate. You feel me? And or just remove all electronics and just sit with yourself and start to think, you feel me, about what you want to do. Who are you? What do you like? What don't you like? How are you feeling? Why are you feeling this way? Excuse me. Can you upgrade this? Can you feel me? If you're not feeling the way you want to feel, why is that? How can you get out of it? You know what I'm saying? sit with yourself. That's my whole point of this. Sit with yourself and understand yourself. That's what I mean by it's okay to be alone. I'm not saying to be by yourself, you know what I'm saying, 24/7 and be antisocial and have no friends and no. But what I am telling you is to take time to be by yourself and understand what the hell you like and what you don't like. That's what I'm telling you. Understand who you are before you come out here and you want to just start doing things just because you see a trend going on. You feel me? Like I couldn't. Now, not gonna fake it like I didn't want to. You feel me? That again, I didn't know who I was. Man, y'all see me. Man, the skinny jeans when the reject was coming out. Man, I wanted to wear the tight jeans with the shorts underneath. I wanted to, you were jerk, and you were, well, I was jerk, and jerk. I was wanting to go crazy, but again, that wasn't me. Feel me? I was going off the trend, off the vibe. Once I looked at myself, said, "Hey man, you feel me? You them thighs, them, you know what I'm saying? Your privates, you know what I'm saying? They start to get tight up, start rubbing against each other. Then you trying to wear the shorts underneath. Then you trying to sag because the jeans too tight, so you trying to sag. And then, man, I was just looking like a big ass buffoon, boy, big, like just looking stupid. And again, went through that phase because again, like I said, I didn't know myself. I didn't know what I liked, what I didn't like. I knew a lot of people like to jerk. I was a people pleaser, so I knew if I couldn't learn how to jerk, if I wore skinny jeans with the hat back with snapbacks and tattoos, man, this a lot of OG gems for the young people that don't know what I'm talking about. So sad, so very sad. But oh man, what was I going? What was I talking about? Snapbacks and tattoos. Oh yeah, them gems, man, them OG gems. That was so amazing. But again, I want to say thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, for real. I don't think I said thank you enough, or show you how appreciative I really am. You feel me? This is something that I'm really passionate about, and I will get better at it. And I will continue to post, and I will continue to get more people. Don't worry, more people will be on here. I have people lined up to be guests, but when I won't say I can't. I can do anything. But I won't just put anybody on this podcast. They have to add some value to our lives, right? Not just my life, your life as well. And that is reasonable. Somebody that's gonna actually be passionate about what they're talking about and what's being spoken on. And just scheduling. So a lot of things go into it. So I know you're like, dang, you had a couple people and now it's a solo dolo. And I know you know what I'm saying? I know my looks. I look good. Ooh, y'all don't got a beard. I'm trying to get a beard grown. But I look good. So I'm like, I know it's not too much, but I don't want to overwhelm y'all with the beauty here. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to overwhelm you type junk. So just know I do have people in the works of really good people to really speak on a lot of amazing topics, which is why I be hinting at some topics, but not diving into them because I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to ruin the actual conversation that we have. So just know that these things are in the works, but I appreciate y'all for sticking with me for so long, right? Thank y'all for being consistent. Thank y'all for the everybody that's watching it. I'm not just gonna keep saying those, but especially the 30 people that watch my videos every single time they post and leave a like and share my videos. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all. Thank y'all. For real. It means a lot. It lets me know that I'm doing something right to get a retention audience. And I will not let y'all down because I don't want to let myself down. So I hope y'all have an amazing day. Thank y'all for tuning into this episode of Snack Time. Okay? Like, comment, subscribe, share. What was I about to say? Oh, wow, my mind went blank, y'all. Don't worry. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Have fun, live life. 18 minutes a day. Do that. Until next time, I will see you on the next snack time.